Welcome to Hey, What Are You Doing? This is Becca G, your host, and I am joined today by Hannah.
Ready?
Finally.
Yes.
That's okay. We're all very busy with lives, as we'll get into episode, because this is about what you're doing right now. It's not that scary, I promise. You're only just
I
talking
know, but I just don't want to say something dumb, and I usually say something dumb,
every day of my life is
I
I say something.
mean, last night you got me saying something done and motioning. I mean, I full on demonstrated the VMA performers and what I didn't like about them.
Yeah, do we need
And
to
then after I did
recap
it, I was
that?
like, you shouldn't have done that.
Do we need to recap the VMAs real quick for everyone? Our thoughts?
Thoughts? Where are the awards?
Yes. Did you see I
Why are we
texted?
recapping and re-singing songs that we've heard? I get it's an anniversary. I don't want that. Addison Rae, look in a mirror.
Terrible outfit.
Taylor, hot as fuck.
Yes, obviously.
Those are my thoughts.
Did you see I sent you guys that they did do an award for the best performance
Oh,
years?
yeah.
How are we having an anniversary VMAs with best performance of the last 40 years being awarded with not doing that?
Yeah. And also, the top 40 or top moments weren't displayed
Right.
accurately, because there was
Correct.
things on there that they kept showing that I was like, why are we looking at this? Like the boob thing. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't like their way of celebrating the 40th.
Not the best VMAs
Sorry.
done. I told my mom next year us four will call them and tell them how to do it.
Yeah. There wasn't like they were celebrating iconic moments, but didn't give space for an iconic moment to happen.
Correct. Because there was nothing. There was
There
no
wasn't
iconic
anything.
besides Taylor finally saying Travis's name.
Yeah, but that's so small.
Yeah.
In hindsight, and I usually there's crazy shit that happens. They've
Yes.
been pretty
correct.
tame recently, and I like the spice.
Well,
Because
last year we got In Sync reunited.
yeah. But that was just for the movie.
Well,
Right?
yeah, but that was more exciting than anything that happened this year.
Oh yeah. I feel
It
like
was
they've just tamed themselves.
yes, correct.
And then the untamed ways that they're dancing, I'm not really a fan of. Somebody say something stupid. Don't just dance with your crotch out.
Yes,
But,
agreed. Agreed.
yeah.
We have notes. Anyone listening that is in charge of the VMAs.
I, Hannah Steele, am starting the cancel culture for twerking. I stand by it.
It can
I will start that movement.
we can have a little bit of it, but we don't need every single performance to be full of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stand by that. I'm canceling it.
Okay. You're allowed to cancel whatever you want, honestly. We live in a country where you can do that. If you wanna not watch it, don't watch it.
Still gonna watch it. But
Next year, I
don't
hope
like
we
it.
see more awards and
Yeah.
less twerking.
Yeah. I feel like that just has become a general thing with award shows, is them not showing
Yes, but then what's the
awards.
point?
I don't know.
We could go on and on.
They think we're there for the entertainment aspect, and it's no, I'm there for the award.
Correct. Cool. Well, we'll get into it because I know that there's been, some big life changes in the last 6-ish months for Hannah. So, what has been keeping you busy lately?
Honestly, in my free time when I'm not working, reality TV. But
What's your top episode? Or I guess show, not episode.
so Rowan, my roommate, right? She is a big housewife, Bravo reality TV.
Okay.
I love that. Love Summer House and Vanderpump. You should watch Summer House, especially. I love Summer House. But I am a game show reality TV show. I love Big Brother, Survivor. But right now, last night should have been MTV, the challenge night, but the VMAs were on. But the challenge. is, I mean, I've probably watched every season like twice already, and I would rewatch them again.
Really?
Yes.
Do you
There's
watch
like,
the Netflix, like, The Circle and stuff?
yeah, I haven't watched every, because The Circle kind of, it's, I don't know, the Netflix ones I don't watch right away. Like, there's, I want like, when I like challenge, I want like crazy wild,
Mm,
like out in the, like Survivor. Like in the challenge, they're literally in helicopters dropping 100 feet into a lake and then swimming half a mile and then
mm,
like climbing up a mountain and have to stop and do puzzles and eat grubs and
disgusting.
eyeballs. It's disgusting. Like I see way too many people throw up, but I just don't look. So don't think about that if you want to watch it. But there's so much lore. There's so much. The people on the challenge, you have to be on another reality TV show. So you
Mm,
have to play Big Brother. It started with the Real World, in 2000. So
okay.
they were like on the Real World and then they would go to the challenge. So there are people, the oldest player on this season is 57 and he was on season 1.
Wow.
And they've been on, I don't know, like Johnny Bananas has won 7 times.
So is this
Like
just their full-time job is to just
for
be on the
some of
show?
them, like kind of, yeah.
Interesting.
It's
Okay.
wild. But they fight. So then, like, to win the show, you like do these challenges and you have to get to the final. Have you ever watched it? Do you know what I'm talking about at
No.
all? Okay.
I
So
only know
you,
a little bit of what you're talking about because one of my really good friends, Caitlin, also loves the challenge.
okay. See, we would talk for hours because the
You
people
would.
on it, there's so many good ones. But like the show itself is you guys or girls, they're coupled up. It depends on the season, but you fight to win the challenge every week. And then whoever wins kind of decides who goes against the losers in whatever they're calling it for the season. So it could be like the pit that they go to every week. And instead of voting people out, people are sent down there or lose the competition. And then they have to do like physical challenges against each other. So like they could be like one of them is they like wrap a rope around like a structure and you like tie knots and do everything for 20 minutes and then you switch and whoever unties the other's rope first wins, but it's like a rope that big. There's another one where it's like a shoulder width apart hallway that's 20 feet long and you have to run at each other and then ring the bell on the opposite side. It's called Hall Brawl. It's fucking wild. Like they literally like break bones, I swear. But it's just and then so they go through all this, they get to the final, and it's 8 people, usually like 4. I don't know, it could be more. 4 guys, 4 girls. And then they go on 24-hour like endurance. Times like this last one was like 72 hours. It's like actually incredibly crazy. And some people will finish. One time, a guy and a girl finished, and the guy who finished, Johnny Bananas, he was able to split the money with his partner, or since he finished just a little bit faster, he could steal it and he stole it. And that girl has never played the challenge again because she holds so much spite for him.
I don't blame her.
Incredible. And then there's people that like got engaged on the challenge and then broke up, but now they still play together. There's people that got to have married and divorced.
Wow.
People
Who
who
knew? The
genuinely
challenge
hate
is
each other and like they have to play against each other throughout season. So if you're new, you just have to deal with people
drama.
screaming at each other because they hate each other. It's
Wow.
so funny.
Do they
I
all
can
stay
give
in the
you a
same house?
recommendation of where to start if you ever
Okay.
want to watch.
I have lots of fall TV shows to get through, but maybe this winter when I need something.
Whenever you need something, I've got Rex.
Perfect. Okay, well, besides
Besides reality
reality
TV,
TV, what's been keeping you
um,
busy?
my job
Yes,
and
you wanna
family.
tell us a
I
little bit about your job?
I work for a nonprofit that is a camp for kids with cancer, and I am the marketing communications manager, director. It's
All of
has
it?
been, yeah, but basically I do all the marketing for this nonprofit, and they've never had a marketing person before. So, I mean, I could be shitting the bed and they would never know.
But you're not.
but I'm not. I am doing things like more slowly just because I know that there's big changes coming
Mm.
for the organization, that it's kind of silly for me to do all this work when the work is going to be done for me when these changes happen. And
You don't wanna,
so,
like,
yeah.
double the work.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of silly.
Mhm.
There's things I'm done with, like updating and whatnot, but
Or redoing when an email just doesn't
yes.
save.
Yeah. So, like, I need to do like next week, or actually probably tomorrow, I'm going to do just a bunch of website updates. I
Mm.
have pictures to switch out and just like a page to I can just, I'm just going to delete it. I'm not going to ask anybody. I'm going to delete it. That's my problem with these things is I don't have anybody to like, anybody that knows, or if I ask anybody, it's like, do what you want. And but is that okay?
Mhm.
Like, I have severe imposter syndrome. Is that what it is?
Yes, we all have it so bad.
Yeah. So I really like my job. I think every time I tell people what I do, because it involves kids with cancer, everybody's like, that's so sad. Like, ugh, that breaks my heart. And I'm like, that's what I thought at first. But even when I applied for the job, I was like, can you imagine like getting my thought was imagining like, oh my God, helping these kids with cancer, like taking them out of having cancer. They
Mhm.
become a camper.
Mhm.
And so everybody thinks it's sad, but that was my first thought. And then now they've had the job and I've done all of our camps except for one. And I've done most of them. I know that like it's exactly like I get to see them be kids and like I'm helping
Mhm.
them. It's so we had family camp on Labor Day weekend. So that was our camp with the kids with cancer, their parents and their siblings could come. So I was in bed one night. It was like 11:30 and I was finally done working and looking through pictures and updating phones and all these things. And I texted my like group chat with my sisters and my mom and I was like, this just fills my cup. Like
Aw.
there's been sad parts. I mean, like I have already experienced losing a child.
Mhm.
And I know there's possibility that there's like another loss here in the near future, but I've also been a part of kids now like ringing the bell, being cancer free.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of give and take, but I think there's more like it's filling up my cup. I think my boss just won the St. Louis City Award, and it's like, what is it? Something like, no, something about being a good neighbor is the
Mhm.
name of the award. But she said that like when she accepted it, she was like, this is like a bucket list job because you're doing good. And
Mhm.
so I was like, that's a good way of saying that.
Mhm.
But nonprofits is kind of where I always wanted to be. Like I wanted to be like a nonprofit lawyer. I was going to go to law school for international law, but I wanted to do like bigger. And then I just kind of realized that I'm not a nepo baby.
Mhm. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so then I just fucked around, got a job in marketing, and here I am, and that's now looped back into being a nonprofit.
Yeah, you got to be in
Still,
the
so it's really
nonprofit
cool
sect without.
having not where I thought I was gonna be, but I
Yeah.
still got there, which is cool because I
Yeah.
had given up on that goal for a while. Because it's
Mhm.
hard to actually find spots like paying positions in
Mhm.
nonprofits because like they don't want to give a lot of money away. Hence why my job has never had a marketing person before.
Right. Right.
So
But now they
yeah,
do, and now you're
yeah.
crushing it. Perfect. Okay, and then the other part you said was your family has been keeping you busy lately.
Family and friends, I think more so family, but that's Elizabeth, my oldest sister, recently had another baby.
Mhm.
So I've been over trying to go over there more, just like FaceTiming her more, seeing if she needs me. And then, I mean, Harlow, my niece, she just had her 11th birthday party, and we had a Taylor Swift themed party.
It looked
Um,
so fun.
it was. I dressed up as both Travis and or Taylor and Patrick Mahomes all at the same time.
Oh
And
god, you're like a
Rowan happened to
coordinator.
capture it. It was good. I mean, I think the more of me trying to spend more time with Elizabeth. recently has been taking up my time, but just all in general, I try to make sure I'm talking to them as much as possible. I feel
Yeah.
like even though Elizabeth and I live, 20 minutes away, it's still harder to go see her.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
she has kids, I'm like, I don't know. By the time
You're
I
I
get
feel
over,
like
if I don't go over there in the afternoon and am there for dinner, then when I would actually get there, they've eaten Easton and needs to go to
yeah.
bed.
Yeah. I feel like you have a similar relationship with your sisters that I do with mine. We have a group text and there's never an end. It's just like a continuous conversation at all
It's
times.
just our thoughts. I don't
Yes.
necessarily need anybody to reply, but I want to tell
Mhm.
somebody. I feel like
Yeah.
you kind of maybe, I don't know how you participate in your group chat, but like being the single sister, and also then, I mean, only one of your sisters has kids, right?
Yeah.
But still, that automatically becomes priority.
Mhm.
So then you're just kind of talking to yourself
Yep.
sometimes. You're like, I got to get it out, so I'm still going to annoy you with it.
Yes,
That's
yes.
how I feel. I don't know.
Yes. Correct. Correct. Sometimes that's our group text too. It's I'm gonna annoy you guys. You don't have to respond to me, but I'm still gonna send this text message.
Yeah, it's just a thought that probably should stay up there.
Yeah.
But
I would also say that pickleball has been keeping you a little busy lately. We've really
it
gotten
has.
into it.
I mean, I've gone twice.
Okay, I've
So
only
I
gone
don't know.
3 times, so because you were at the
Like,
lake when we went.
yeah, I don't know how much I can say I'm really that into it with 2 times. I did remind
Well,
Rowan
2
to get her
times, like,
pickleball stuff
recently.
from, yeah, I reminded Rowan to get her pickleball stuff. She did.
Is
So
she
it's
gonna come
here. We
next time?
could. I think I need to give her more advance notice. So I need you guys to give me
Yes.
more advance notice because she wants to
Okay,
come, but I haven't given ample time, which
ah,
I understand because she's at school when I find
well,
out. We need to
go
plan
this
it
weekend.
the night before.
Should I text? Should we pickleball this weekend? I'm free all weekend. Are you free?
I am. I have a mushroom chocolate bar that I've really been wanting to eat.
Okay,
And
well,
it
if we
just keeps
go at
getting put off every weekend.
9
So
or
like
10 in the
yes.
morning, you're gonna eat your mushroom bar at 9 in the morning?
Maybe. Honestly, I would be happy to do that with you guys while after I ate it. I would just want to forewarn that like I'm eating this
You're
today.
gonna eat the bar and then go pickleball.
I think that would be a great day. I know I would
Could
have a
you
great day doing
imagine
that.
Zoe trying to tell us what to do?
I think I already remember it enough that she doesn't. I just have to remember the score because if I'm not hearing people say it every time, like I'm not keeping track.
I've never keep track.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to be saying it every time we serve?
You're supposed to say it before you serve. Like
Perfect.
out loud. That's how you like tell the people you're about to serve, I think.
Oh,
But I could
got
be
it.
making that up.
Got it.
I have no idea.
Me either.
I like it though.
We
I do like it.
Well, speaking of something that you like right now, what else is something that you're really into right now?
I don't really have hobbies, which sucks. I mean, like I said, I like to garden and I like reality TV. Like all summer, me and Rowan watched Survivor. Before that, we watched Summer House. And before that, we watched Vanderpump. And before that, we watched Beverly Hills in Utah and or Salt Lake City. All the Real Housewives. That's it gives me peace at night. I play games. I've been doing Duolingo every
There,
night.
yeah, you and Zoe and Jess have been really doing that a
Yeah,
lot.
I'm on a let's see.
What language are
I'm
you
on a,
learning?
I'm doing French and honestly I learned French all through school.
Hmm.
So I should be way better at it than this, but it's kind of coming back to me. I'm on a 28-day streak. If I when I do it today, it'll be my 29th day.
Wow. Did you remember to do it last night? I guess you
I
did.
do it before when I go to bed, yeah.
Wow. Look at that. What else were you supposed to do last night when you did duo? There's something else.
Our fantasy league, that's gonna keep me
Oh,
busy because
yes.
I didn't do that last night. Look at my bench, but I did do that today and I did move some players around.
And it's me and you against each other today.
Yeah.
That hasn't started yet, though.
I don't know. Have you moved your players around?
I moved 2. We're at 50-50 win
Yeah.
probability. We'll see how this goes.
Can you still move your players around?
I don't know. Let me see. Zoe dropped another person today. I didn't know you could drop people. Can you drop them and pick them up?
Well, yeah, you would just drop people and get somebody new.
But like, why?
Because they're either like injured or
Let's see
I
if
don't
any.
know. The person she dropped is healthy.
Interesting. I don't think I need to move anyone else around. Let me see. No. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So that's what we've been into lately. What's wrong?
I mean, we have no idea what we're doing.
No.
When I move players around, I don't actually know if I moved them around. Like, I don't know if I did that correctly. And then when I like, by the time I was like, did I move them around? I forgot who was there in the first place. So I was like, I don't know their names.
Same. My little sister, I sent a screenshot after we like did the draft, and I sent a screenshot to my family, and then later on my little sister was like, "You have I don't know, whoever the quarterback I have, his name." And I was like, "Who huh? Who is that?" And she was like, "Haley Seinfeld's boyfriend." And I was like, "I have him on my I didn't even remember that I picked him."
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I got good old Patty
Yeah,
Mahomes.
you did. Did you get Travis too?
Because that was the one thing I saw on TikTok. It was like, you don't actually want to draft them unless you draft them together. But I could have been
Oh.
lied to. I saw one TikTok like 2 weeks ago. I might not have even heard that right. You know? Like, I actually have no idea what I'm doing. Speaking of not knowing what I'm doing, but taking advice from TikTok, I had for work a guy come in to help just collect our paperwork to set up our like IRA accounts. And he was asking if we had any other questions and said he could help us with other things like with taxes because we work for a nonprofit. He was like, I could do some things for you. And I was like, so like I didn't have to pay for it. So I was like, I do actually have a question for you. But then he was like explaining our account to us and how much of a mutual fund do you understand? And I responded with, honestly, I get most of my information about like finances and mutual funds from TikTok.
Yes.
And he literally is standing up and he looks at his shoes and looks back up at me. And I was like, I'm just being truthful. I was like, I'm 27, give me a break.
Feel like I'm just a girl. I'm just a
And
baby.
then he goes, okay, so we're gonna start basic here. And I was like, thank you. Teach it to me like I'm 5. You know, dumb it down. I have ADHD, so I'm not gonna fully listen the whole time because it takes a while for them to explain. And
Mhm.
then if my brain doesn't care about it, it doesn't remember it.
Correct. Correct.
So I'm just a
And
girl, you know?
in person, you can't click the 2 times speed when people are talking.
Exactly. So, and there's also not like a fun video there for me to watch, you
Right.
know?
If he
Yeah.
could, like,
So
dance and, like, rap it really fast, it
if
would
you
make
could have some background music and like we could be set.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I did pay attention. I remembered it while he was talking. If you ask me about it now,
Nothing.
give me a
Got
test, gonna
it.
fail.
Got it.
So I just know I
Well,
have an IRA account now. I also have
perfect.
health insurance finally.
Oh,
Things
good.
are looking up.
Health insurance is important.
Didn't have that for a while. But we live, we love, we're
It
careful.
listen, and that kinda leads us into the next question because not having health insurance and not getting hurt is a big achievement. Are there any other big wins or achievements you've had recently?
I mean, I think just getting my job was a big
Yes.
win recently. So that was really cool. I got it. I mean, when I was laid off, I gave myself the goal like I want to have a job before my birthday. So like April
Wow.
3rd to May 18th, like a little over a month. And there was like 2 places that I had interviewed with that I was like, I really want to work at either one of these. Obviously, my heart leaned a little bit towards like where I work now because it's nonprofit, but
Mhm.
and also the other one was like construction AC.
Yes.
And which is more fun, camp for kids or electric and plumbing and AC?
Where you have to go into the office every single day.
And sometimes go on to like places and take content of what them like installing a fucking sink. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So definitely thankful that I got that job, the job that I have, because it's way more fun and
Mhm.
rewarding. But yeah, I set that goal for myself and I got my job the week of my birthday or the week before,
That's awesome.
you know. Yeah.
Crushed it.
And I think this might be your next question, but I really am proud of like before I got or when I was in that period of being laid off and not having a job. I mean, the first day I like just cried for 5 minutes and I was like, what the fuck is gonna happen? What am I gonna do? And my mom and dad were like, it's gonna be fine. I'm like, no, really, let me be dramatic for 10 minutes. And they're like, okay, be dramatic. And I was like, thank you. I'll call you back. Called them back. And I was like, I'm done being dramatic. Not really. But then Zoe and Jess came over
Yes.
and helped me apply for jobs. And I just, had company, so I had to be normal. And it really forced me into letting it roll off and knowing that it was going to be fine. So I'm so thankful that they saw my location in the middle of the street and were worried that I was ever in the middle of the street, but they literally saw it and were like, we should at least go to Caldi's. I'm thankful
Mhm.
for that because I was glad that they came over. And then
Mhm.
after that, I was pretty positive about it's gonna, no matter what I do, it's gonna be fine with my mental health. I am surprised to look back and be like, didn't want to die. Wow, look at you.
Props to my
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah, she did good.
She
Like
she held on.
I did. And I was just like even better than that. I felt like I was like, I never didn't think I was gonna make the goal. I always
Mhm.
knew it wasn't like a question of if, it was like just when, before
Mhm.
then, what week. I knew it was gonna happen, but yeah.
Yes. And you made it happen.
Thank God.
Yeah, I mean, the next question is what's the biggest challenge you've dealt with recently and how did you handle it? But we did kind of already talk about it. If you want to go into
Yeah.
more detail, you can.
I mean, I feel like if for both of us that happening was a blessing in disguise because
It
whether you were going
kicked my
through,
ass.
I definitely think it lit a fire under your ass to just be done. Like, even I know you were already looking, but I think at that point it was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And I think it was like just a blessing in disguise because
Yeah. It
it,
sucked. Yeah, yeah, no, it sucked. I mean, it sucked for me, but like I know how much it sucked for you because I've been there before. So,
does the podcast know you were there when I got laid off?
yeah.
Or
I
maybe
haven't talked
less?
about that with on here.
I didn't think so. But that might be kind of interesting perspective of
Yeah,
that
being
conversation
told
between us right now.
and then also being told and then trying like running in my brain every possible scenario to like keep you or
There
like
was nothing I know you could have done, and like you couldn't not telling me, just like letting it right out was like the best and only thing you could have done. There was only one way to do things. Like there was only one outcome and one way
well and like
to do it, like
begging like
professionally and as a
I was
friend, just
like,
like I can't fuck
yes.
'cause
And I'm
then
like,
I would have
"Hey."
fucked it up and then it would have fucked it up for you. And then like it had to happen the way it did, but
Yeah. It
it
sucked.
sucked.
It sucked. Anyway, we're both through that part of our lives, that phase.
Exactly.
We've come
Thank
out on
God.
the other side. Anyway, well, we've talked about, your new job and your pickleballing. What's a big dream or goal that you're working on?
I actually do remember what I looked at these questions earlier and I was like, just wrote some things down and I was like, I'm never gonna remember these, but I actually remember it. My thing is I can't focus on big dreams or like big goals. If it's like too broad, I'm never going to achieve it. I have to come up with like small ways to get there. And even then, I'm not like a very consistent person with getting distracted or like
Mm.
whatever, or just all the things. And so that's even hard for me. So like I really try to stay small. Like right now I'm just trying to drink more water. Like,
That's a wonderful goal, actually.
go on more walks every week. I don't know, do pickleball, like try to have something that I do every week. So I would, yeah, I don't want to think about big goals because those
Yeah.
stress me out.
Yeah, I mean, that
I know where I want to get, but I'm like, I don't even want to speak
mhm.
the big thing out there because it just weighs me down too much. I'll get there
Yeah.
eventually, but I got to work on small things first.
Yes, step by step. That's how
Yeah.
you get to the big things. So,
Yeah.
I think that's great. I do know that you've
Is
been
this
busy.
therapy? Do you not charge people for this? You should.
I should start doing that. My therapist does sometimes listen. Maybe she'd be proud of me. I know we've talked about that you've been busy with work, and I also know that just in general that you're busy with work because when I check your location and you're like not home, I'm like, "Oh, she's working."
Probably.
But how do you juggle life and work right now, especially with starting a new job in a new industry?
I mean, the way that I was just like thrown into this position was, I mean, there wasn't a work life balance those first 2 weeks. But
Mhm.
then after I've realized the more like laid back aspects of it, and I've also realized that like even though I'm not necessarily like changing things fully yet, they may not see aspects of change or whatever I'm doing yet. I'm putting out as much a little marketing stuff and like social media and whatnot as I can, but I feel like I need to have solid plans for things first. And so like planning out the website, planning out literally like I have a full map of like how things are going to change and look like. And like I'm not going to implement that until that map is done and I can see it fully out because then it's just like a plug and replace. I
Mhm.
don't have to go into a homepage or like a secondary page. And that's a big project in itself of is updating things. So I know I think I have the luxury right now of knowing that I'm a new position for them and not that there's low expectations, but they understand that it might take some time and I
Mhm.
set that expectation. So I guess the big one, change the industry or the job that you're working in if you actually were in where I was,
Mhm.
because I wouldn't have necessarily this opportunity. Actually, maybe with I think you just have to set expectations.
Mhm.
But there's also there's jobs that you hate that if you hate it and it makes you miserable, don't do it,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm.
So if you hate your life, quit is my tip. If you're in a position where you can set boundaries and tell somebody that somebody's overstepped your boundaries and you don't have like you're working at night or you're working on the weekends. No, that's time for yourself. I get there's like positions and occupations out there that might not be like fully possible,
Mhm.
but there's still that, okay, I'm not going to work on Tuesday nights or I'm not going to work on Wednesday nights but having a set expectation or like a schedule.
Yeah, I think there's
Even
boundaries
I don't
set.
follow it, but I try.
What did I always tell you guys? Do as I say, not as I do when it came to working late at night or on the weekends.
I deal with
Okay.
that so much less now because I mean, I was literally told last week at the office that I guess I haven't said the name. So yeah, we get like summer Fridays, even though we don't, but we do.
Oh, nice.
So like I was told like just check your emails. I'm like, that's not what I've been doing. And I probably won't because like still work a few hours. But if I'm going to the lake, there might be some traffic.
Exactly. Okay, so the next one is what is the best piece of advice you've ever received, or do you have any advice you'd like to share?
I don't think this is advice, but I think like the advice is to just, I don't know. My mom always says when it rains, it pours.
Mm.
And I think she's always right. Like when something's bad is going wrong, like everything is going to feel like it's going wrong. But then you always have to like wait for that rainbow because my mom always says, like, when it's bad, but when it's good, it'll be over. Like the storm passes. So just always remembering like the ebbs and flows of life because it's not perfect. It's not always going to be great.
Mhm.
So let it flow, you
Mhm.
know?
And you did find your rainbow. That is adorable. It's kinda like Zoe telling us about our pickleball and how learning is it's not gonna be like this, it's gonna be like this.
Yeah.
You can apply
So
that
you
to
got to
life.
just try. So
Yeah. As long as you're trying, that's all anyone can ask of anyone, honestly. Well, I'm sure there have been a lot of funny and surprising stories in your life recently, just because you're a funny person, but is there one that stands out to you?
I don't know. I feel like every day I laugh at myself or I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? Like I'll be driving to like Schnucks and I'm like, I need to tell Rowan about that. And then another thing, I'm like, I need to tell her about that. It's like just things that I saw and I'm like, that's fucking wild. But I don't know. I feel like I mean, I garden so much, I don't remember things, you know? Like they happen and then it's over. Or
Gardening
it's
just
I
takes
think
it
it
out of
happened a week
you.
ago and it actually happened 2 years ago. I'm like, it
Yeah.
was like last month. No, that was actually a while ago.
That's okay.
I mean,
Funny times all around.
yeah, this isn't recent, but I don't know why this story just stuck out to me, but a funny story. That's not actually that funny, but it's pretty funny. On my 21st birthday, I don't
Also
know why
not recent.
no, not recent at all. That's why I was like, I don't know why it just came to me, but it's just a funny story that I think is cracks me up. My 21st birthday, Harlow was 6,
Yeah, no.
7. I don't know. She was little. What am I? 27 minus
Oh,
6. 11 minus 6 is 5. She was 5.
5.
Okay. So I don't know why Harlow was on my 21st birthday, like party. I mean, it was my whole family and then like some friends. We went out on the boat to
Mm.
this bar. And this bar had an adult pool and then like a kids pool where like Brittany, my sister, and Harlow were. And they also have an inflatable like slide and things like out in the lake that you can swim to and then go down. I, before this point, blackout. I don't remember going into the lake. But I remember I'm on the slide, Harlow on the slide with me, and there's a video of us flying down the slide into the lake. And she has a life jacket on, but I don't. I'm like,
Oh god.
I go under her down the slide. I hold her up out of the water, and then I hold her all the way. And I just remember being like, what am I? It sobered me up so quick. But the video of it is so funny because I look like I'm drowning and I felt like
Mm.
I was drowning, but
You were
everybody was
not.
like, "Yeah, go, like, you're killing it." And I was like, "Who let that happen? Who allowed that?" And also, like, at what point did nothing is this a good idea? I thought it was a good idea. Somebody should have been like, I don't know. It just a
Was
very
there
questionable,
any
but the
sober
video, I'm
people?
gonna have to find it and send it to you
Yeah, send it so I can
after this
post it.
because the video is so funny. And we were talking at my Harlow's birthday this weekend. We were talking about this, so it's fresh in my mind because of
Mm.
that, but it's not recent. But Harlow still thinks it was so fun. I'm like, she was like pushing me down, and nobody really paid attention. I was like fighting for my life on the swim back.
They just thought you were having a good time.
Yeah, but then my like best friends at the time ruined my birthday party and got drunk and threw up on the boat and tried to drive and ruined
Perfect.
all of it. But it's, that's normal for my birthday stuff.
And they're not our best friends anymore?
One of them is still my best friend,
Okay.
but we didn't talk for a couple days after that. And then, because she was just, I think, embarrassed about it.
Mm.
But because she was around my whole family and this was my friend who like lived with us for a while.
Mm.
So she was basically like a sister.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she was just embarrassed, but I've
Everyone
done way
grows up.
worse after.
I was gonna
So
say.
the embarrassment level is skewed my way, let me tell you. So it's fine.
Okay, rapid fire. What keeps you inspired and motivated every day?
You know, I usually say my family and love them. I really do. So they do keep me motivated. But I would say like they're more like they've grown out of my life since just growing up.
Mhm.
Still very much in my circle, involved. But I think I'm still kind of trying to find out what motivates me.
All right, that's all right. Just staying alive. Sometimes
Yeah.
that's all we can ask for. The
I'm just
motivation we
as if
need.
I'm doing my best.
Yep.
I'm here, I'm making my bills, I'm
Yep.
have a few friends. I
Yes.
guess like family and friends are what motivates me. Just like I want to be with my people and I don't want them to be mad at me and I want them to be proud of me.
So
And
insecurity.
yes, insecurity for sure. But I also think there's like something out there that like I'm trying to think. I think that is missing that I'm like trying to find, but I don't know what it is yet. So we'll see
It's all right.
maybe in the
You're
future.
still young. You're
Exactly.
I'm 5 years older than you and still trying to figure it out. So,
Yeah. I think maybe I just need to move.
move
Yeah.
out of St. Louis?
Out of the country, dude.
Okay.
I don't know. I think have you ever seen those like astrological like maps where they draw your like your ideal locations based on your astrological signs? Okay, well I've been really wanting to like see mine
Hmm.
because I'm like, do I just try it out and move?
Where is
What?
it?
I don't know.
Tell
I
you
have
and
to
done
figure it
it.
out. It's like individual for you
Let's
based on
see.
your star signs.
Astrological map lines,
Yeah.
astrocartography.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, I think I listened to this podcast called Synced, and they talk about their love lines and like where their like true love people are located. Let's see. May 18th.
Mm-hmm.
What year?
19.
Do you know your time?
Yeah, 8:21
AM?
a.m. Sorry, yeah.
Birth city?
St. Louis.
Okay. I don't know what this means. All planets? Sure.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, what in the world am I
Is he
looking
gonna
at? There's so many lines. What does this mean?
well, that's the thing. I'm
I don't
probably gonna
know.
have to pay for somebody to tell me what it means.
Oh, and what's your
I want them to tell me exactly where I should live, where I would be happiest living.
where should I live based on astrology? You would think that this would be easy. Can't I just put it in and then it tells you?
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe I'll
The
do some more
TikToks I've
digging.
seen, I'll maybe if I can find the TikToks again. I know they're in my likes. Maybe they're actually in my save because there's a difference for me, and I definitely saved this one.
Oh yeah. I
So
there are definitely differences.
yeah, because I was like, I'm coming back to this because I think I'm gonna do it. It might have been like specific planets that you needed, but I don't know.
Is it like where the lines cross?
Yeah, but it might be like specific planet lines because you said there's a lot of lines on there, or
Mhm.
like a lot of planets. So I think it's like specific planets, but I don't know which planets to look at based on me or just
Okay.
based on the thing.
Okay, you figure it out and you tell me.
Okay.
So then maybe I can figure out where the love of my life is located and
We'll
I'll
try our
make the
best.
change and put it there. Okay. And if
We could
anyone's
just
listening,
not even
no.
if we figure that out, we could just set our hinge location as that location
Mhm.
until we match.
Exactly. Okay, the one last question. Have you tried anything new lately?
Pickleball and fantasy football.
Honestly. And fantasy football is stressful.
Honestly, I'm very confused.
Same.
Is there like a class at the public library? I will happily pay a big beefy football bro in Bud Lights to just teach me how to work the app
Yes.
because
Help.
the help on the app isn't helpful, and I accidentally skipped the teach me how to do it, and I don't know how to get it back. So
I didn't even know that existed.
yeah, when I first opened the app, it like said something about exploring, and instead of hitting skip, I hit the X. I looked
Perfect.
for it for a solid 15 minutes too, because I was like, I
Perfect.
need to know how to work this app because I want to win. If I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
do this, I want to be competitive. I want to
Mhm.
learn how to drop people. Teach me. I want to know how to do. I don't know how to do that right now.
There's
So
not
if there are
anyone in your
any
life. Does your dad play fantasy football?
no, nobody in
Oh,
my like even my cousin when I showed him he was like, I don't play, but
perfect.
he's like, I can't believe that you are. Let me see. And I was like, okay.
Well, we'll circle back on that at the end of the season and let you know how it goes.
As maybe do I just put a post out there that like, hi,
Yeah,
if you know how to work this app,
help me.
I will buy you your choice of beer and a slice of pizza.
Perfect. That's
Come
and I'll
teach
let you
me.
take me on a date.
No, I'm paying. Like I'll pay
Oh,
for the
okay.
pizza and beer.
Okay.
Your service is teaching me how to use a goddamn app like I'm 80 years old.
Hey, it's hard. It's hard
And
out
what
here.
the fuck is there's one position that we like can't none of us have a player for, but I'm confused. I don't know what
What?
that position is. If you scroll down on our roster like all the way, there's this IR and it says empty for everybody.
That's injured reserve.
Oh, see, I Googled that a couple of times, didn't know.
I don't know how we get a player on there, or I don't know if, like, maybe our players, if they get injured, they go on to that. I'm not
Is
quite
it
sure how that
on a
works.
later season?
Yeah,
What?
I don't know, but that I think IR means injured reserve.
Gotcha.
But also, I could be wrong. We'll find out. Someone tell us.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Alright, should we get into some rapid fire?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, you ready?
Sure. I mean, I don't know.
If you could buy any food right now, what would you buy?
Prepared for me? Is this like the
It's whatever you want it to be.
okay. I if I could have anything right now, I would want my mom to cook me a steak
Mm,
with just make a potato how she chooses and throw whatever she wants in a salad,
delicious.
and I would gobble it up.
Yep. That's a good one.
Honestly, have my mom here in the kitchen making something,
Mm,
or this is my or have my mom making something that she doesn't have a recipe for, and there's just ingredients in the fridge, but not ingredients to make anything that she knows how to make. So she's just going to throw stuff together. You'll never eat it again because she won't know what she did. But damn, those are some good meals.
Oh, we love a good mom-cooked meal. What what is your favorite drink?
My favorite drink is Dr. Pepper. I'm addicted. It runs through my vein.
Okay.
Hence I want to drink more water. Alcoholic beverage, I fuck with rum. Like I love rum.
It's a good one.
Love it.
That's a good one.
Mojitos or like a mule. I like if there's like a Moscow mule.
Mm.
Or I love Aperol spritz. Honestly, I just kind of maybe like to drink. Yeah. Margaritas. My go-to right now actually probably is an Aperol spritz
Okay.
if I'm going out. Yeah.
It's a good one. Name one thing that makes you nervous.
Um, Going to anywhere and having to park without knowing the parking situation, or maybe thinking that I have arrived later than everybody else and I'm gonna have to walk into a very busy place and look around for
Mm.
people and everybody's gonna be staring at me. Even though that never happens,
Mhm.
people don't look at you.
No.
For some reason, I think they're always going to be like, who is that bitch and why is she looking confused? That makes me
But
nervous.
yes, I get that.
For literally no reason.
But what song makes you feel like dancing?
Ooh. That definitely depends on my mood. If I'm at home alone, if I throw on any kind of like dubstep,
Mm,
I'm probably gonna jump around the house for a few minutes by myself like a crazy person. So I would say anything dubstep, excision.
perfect.
And then, yeah.
We love that. What are your plans for this weekend?
I don't know. I apparently maybe some pickleball. I kind of want to go to the farmer's market. I want to eat that mushroom chocolate. The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, it sounds like you could have a good weekend.
Mhm.
And then the last one that I like to ask everyone is what is your favorite Taylor Swift song? Since you are a Swiftie now.
Yeah, it's actually hard for me to answer now because I do have a lot that are my
I love
favorite.
that.
There's still a few albums that I like haven't really listened to. I would say I love Reputation and I love this song. I think also like that's one that Midnights and Tortured Poets are my three favorite albums. I think Reputation, I just will always love it because it's classic. Recently, I've been jamming Gorgeous every time I get in the car.
That's a good
Uh,
one.
just love it. But on Midnight's, my favorite song is probably Vigilante Shit.
Mhm.
And then I like The Prophecy on Tortured Poets.
So
And that song, I genuinely tears maybe every time because I'm like, Taylor, like, how did you reverse the prophet?
how'd you
I'm
do it?
living the song right now. Like, how,
Help.
please, I will literally like light some candles,
We
do a
will
seance.
be gathered with the sorcerers around the
He
cup
just
or
needs
the
to tell me
cup,
what to do
whatever
because
she
I don't
says.
think Googling it is going to work. I think I might
Yep.
have, you might be concerned, you know? So
Help us,
she
Taylor.
could just put it out. I'll buy it, you know, she can make a profit.
Yeah.
So,
That's the book we really need.
yes.
Perfect. Well, this has been so fun. Thank you for
As I'm glad I did
waiting.
it. I'm not nervous about it
Perfect. I'm
anymore.
glad you're done being nervous at the end.
No, it wasn't bad at all.
Next, we'll have to get all four of us on at the same time.
That's gonna be a shit show, but I'm
It would
down
be
for it
chaos.
because I know what to expect now.
Perfect. Well, we would have different questions.
Well, yeah, but I just know it's who gives a fuck, honestly, is my
Seriously.
motto in life.
Yeah, this is just for fun. Do you want people to follow you anywhere on social? Not in life.
Yeah, no, I please don't follow me in life. I mean, yeah, that would require me knowing how to follow me.
What's your handle?
Yeah, I don't know what it is off the
Okay,
top of my head. It's Hannah with an Hanah underscore Steele 18.
perfect. I'll
So
link it in the show notes. She
perfect.
she posts about once every 5 years. So,
Yep, I sure do.
yep, she got other things to worry about, other
I
places
mean,
to roam.
after I stopped posting a lot once I started working in social media because that's just
Yeah.
I do it all day and then I want to do it good for my own and I know what's good and what's not. I'm like,
Yep.
it's not good enough for me, so I'm not gonna post it.
Yep.
So
Correct. Correct.
yeah.
Well, thank you again, and I'll let you get back to your evening. But this has been so fun, and thank you everyone for listening. And we will see you all next time for the next episode.
See ya.
I'm gonna